Good day, everyone. You're welcome to my class again. This time we're starting afresh. And we're going to create the lab right from the start. Uh, you can see this is the lab we are working on. Enterprise Lab Infrastructure Deployment Guide, Advanced Active Directory Domain Services with Windows Deployment Services, Hybrid Hyper-V. We'll be doing one in the Hyper-V platform and one in VMware. Implementation with AWS integration and Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. It's not gonna be a day. It might be just an hour or two a day, but at the end of the whole session, which might take probably like 2 weeks or a month or more than a month, I don't know, depending on how free I am. I assure you that we will get it right and we will troubleshoot any problem we encounter on the way. We would be working with the hypervisor platform first, which is already installed on the system. The host machine, which is the Windows 10 Pro, is a 32 gig RAM and 1 TB hard disk. The virtual machines will be working. We have 7 instances across multiple operating systems. We'll have a domain controller one, which is the base server. That should be where the Windows deployment server should be. We have the Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager, which will be base server 2. Then we would have the Windows 10 client, B10. Sorry, we'll be deleting this base 11 clients because we would not be able to do it. Oh, sorry, I didn't share the screen, so there's no way you guys can see my screen yet. I'm going to share the screen now, but so you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so I guess my screen can be seen now. Sorry. We'll be deleting the Windows 11 because we don't have the TP2 um, microchip on the system and it wouldn't work. But if I eventually I find a way around it, then I would be creating it too. But other than that, we don't really need it. The Kali Linux, so we can learn enough bash commands, Ubuntu server, so we'll be able to know about Linux server. Then we'll be having the pfSense firewall. You understand? So to say we are about starting, it's going to be a remote access to the AWS integrated secure remote. So from anywhere in the world, by the time the lab is fully created, you will be able to log into the lab and do whatever you want. Then the Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager will be for monitoring and compliance. Yes, there will be full internet connectivity on all the virtual machines. So I guess we're about starting. So you can see this is the prerequisites for what we are about to create. You'll need the operating system with Windows 10 Pro on the host machine. The RAM 32 gig minimum, 4 gig per VM allocation recommended. Then the storage is 1 TB. Allocate 50 gig for hypervisor, 100 gig per server. Network interface will be gigabyte Ethernet, the TELUS wireless gateway. That will be the internet gateway. Then the virtualization, wow, that's already enabled in the BIOS. CPU is already enabled in the BIOS. Then the prerequisite checklist is the Hyper-V role enabled in Windows 10 Pro, which I have done already. The BIOS virtualization, extension enabled already. Network adapter drivers updated, yep. Host machine connected to TELUS wireless router, done. Sufficient free disk space verified, minimum 300 gig. I have over 500 gig free. In fact, I have over 800 gig free. No conflicts in virtualization software, VMware. So right now, VMware would be closed until we finish the Hyper-V. Then we'll now replicate it in the VMware lab. Then the Windows firewall configured for lab traffic. Well, we'll be doing that. We've not done that. Then AWS account created with free tier or active subscription. I have that. SQL Server 2019 or later available for ECM database. Well, we'll work on that. The Windows Server update services, prerequisites met. Yep. Mm. Then we're going to the operating system images. These are things you should have before you really start. I have the Windows 2019, the ISO. I have the Windows 10 ISO. I have the Windows 11 ISO, Kali Linux ISO. I have the Ubuntu server. I've got the pfSense. No, I'm about to download the pfSense too. The storage allocation plan. You could see those are the storage allocation plan. Domain controller, WDS, ADDF for the Windows deployment as the base server, 80 gig. The Windows Server 2019 second one should be 60 gig. Um, I think there's an error somewhere because it should be just two servers. This is saying it as three servers. I'll correct that. Just two servers. So it's just going to be the primary, which is the WDS and ADDS, which is going to be 80 gig. Then this 60 gig should be there. Then this one for the MTN will be 100 gig. Then the Windows 10 client, 40 gig. Windows 11 client, if possible, 50 gig. Kali Linux 30, Ubuntu Server 30, and pfSense Firewall 20. To recommended for 10 gig, which I have enough. Okay, you could be going through this while I would. So these are the gonna be the parameters, the IP addresses, and the subnet is gonna be /24. The domain name is gonna be baselab.com, and the pfSense firewall. See. Oh, wow. So we're going to skip phase one because Hyper-V is already enabled and installed. So I'm going to skip stage one. Oh, but let me just touch this. This is the CLI command, just in case you don't want to use the GUI to install Hyper-V. All you need to open is a command prompt, which you can do from here. Let me just show you. Then all you need to do is run that command. This command just enable Windows feature Hyper-V online, but because we have Hyper-V, we won't be doing that. So this is what is called the command prompt, where you could run oh, sorry, it shouldn't be through the command prompt. We can do it through the PowerShell. Mhm. So this is the PowerShell. So this is the command that we are meant to run it from. So this is it. But we won't be doing that because it's already installed on the system. So let's start from here. We'll be starting from here, which is search for Hyper-V Manager in Start menu. So all you need to do is come here. Just come here and type Hyper-V See, it's already up here. See, so you could just launch it straight. It doesn't matter. I just to do it as an administrator though. So I created this document to make it easier anyway. So now we have to create the external switch first, which is from the Hyper-V manager or select the host machine, which is this. Oh, okay, give us a name. I didn't know. I forgot. So let's use the name that's there. You check if it's checked. I already said it's going to be a brief network interaction, 10 to 30 seconds, and then probably configures your physical adapter binding.